As a financial advisor for the last 15 years, one of the most overlooked costs or unbudgeted for costs I see in people's financial plans is the cost of education. And I'm not just talking private school, although that is very expensive, you know, up to sort of $40,000 a year for a grammar school and going down from there. But even public schooling, one estimate I heard recently was that it can cost up to $130,000 over the total school term of the average person who goes to public school as well, and it's seldom thought of, but there's a way to make it a little bit lighter on the pocket, and that's effectively making these costs tax deductible. I often hear our wealthier clients lament this fact: I'm spending so much on private school, and I'm not burdening the public schools and the public wallet with my cost. I should get a tax deduction. And look, wherever you fall on that opinion, it's not what this video is about, but I'm here to tell you there is actually a way to make it tax deductible, and that's by using an education bond. And the way it works simply is that you, instead of paying directly for the education costs, you can invest in an education bond gradually over the years, and if you build up enough earnings in that bond, right, the bond will tax that at the corporate tax rate, right, the company tax rate, which is 30% or lower. But, right, so if you have $100 in earnings, you know, you've paid $30 in tax on that. If you then take those earnings out of there and have the receipts for schooling to offset against that, you'll get that 30% rebated. So if you've got enough to invest and build up over the long term, you can do this over the very long term and use the receipts down the track. So you can have a long period of time to do it, 10 or 20 years, you might want to take it out afterwards. But it's a way to effectively make your education expenses tax deductible. So it works, they're complex. Don't just think it's going to be automated and work yourself. You need to speak to someone about it, likely, unless you really do a deep dive on the research. Reach out to me if you want know a little bit more about it. But it's a way to sort of soften the blow a little bit over the very long term.